coming up with loose balls and low rebounds, and we lost guys whether it was in that transition or after a second shot opportunity. And we hung with it. And, in any type of situation when you're playing anybody, you just got to kind of stick with it, and kind of grind it out. I thought we did a decent job of grinding this game out. It wasn't a pretty game, it was an ugly game, but our guys had a physical presence, especially defensively, throughout the ball game. And that's something that we want to continue trying to do. We want to continue trying to have a physical presence defensively and doing it without fouling. We got a lot of solid performances from guys. Delonte, his stat line wasn't pretty, but I thought his toughness and the way he ran the team was terrific. Obviously we went to Shaq throughout parts of the game, and he delivered for us. And he was great for us, especially down the stretch. I don't say this much, but I thought J.J. Hickson was big for us. It was great to see the young fella come up with a double-double tonight with the 14 rebounds. I thought he was aggressive trying to finish around the basket. And then, obviously LeBron, he willed this win for us, and he has been doing that lately for us, right way down the stretch, no matter who our opponent is. Because he's young, and I don't want to give him anything too early, and all that good cliche stuff.
Mike, I know you're a one-off team type of guy, but considering you came over to this winning the league here tonight without another two scorer, what is this?
Again, I said before, we've lost Washington in the regular season series. We've lost to Detroit in the regular season series and won the playoffs. So, obviously they have the best record in the league, so it could give guys some confidence. But it is a win. It's 82. We feel good about it because we won the game, and I thought we won the game the right way. But other than that, I don't know how much weight it carries.
Mike, with the two games against LA, one of the reasons Shaq was brought here was for teams like this. And with G and Andy and Shaq, the way you guys have played, can you just talk about what it means to have the three bigs to be able to play a team like this in Orlando?
Yeah, I said last year, I thought there were a couple of teams that gave us a little bit of problem because of their size. The Lakers was one of the teams, Orlando was another one, and then Houston with Yao, and you kind of could go Boston in there too, and bringing Shaq in here has helped bolster that front line. It's also gave us an inside presence. As the game went along, Bynum's long, he's big, Gasol is long, but we didn't do anything tricky. We just threw the ball into him and spaced the floor, and we spaced the floor, I thought, correctly. I thought we moved when they dug or went to double, and that helped out, but the big fella just went and got his buckets inside that paint. And so not only on the defense end, it's great to have somebody like that in the paint for you, but offensively, he's a guy that can score, we feel, or have a chance to score, we feel, on anybody in the league on that low block. So it's fun to see the big fella out there.
Coach, they scored 27 points in the first quarter, and it seems like you all ratcheted up the defense and you held them to around 38% for the game. Was it an effort thing? Was it a scheme thing that you were able to turn up the defense and slow them down?
Well, we started to double Kobe because he had gotten a nice rhythm, so we started to come after him a little bit, and that helped us out some. He still scored his good points. He's a tough cover. But other than that, at the beginning of the game, they had gotten a lot of long rebounds for putbacks. They had gotten some easy baskets because we lost our man in transition. We lost our man on second opportunities, and they made a back cut or two. So they had gotten some easy buckets around their rim, and as the game went along, we tried to do a better job of cleaning that up. And I told our guys understood if we could do that, you know, we trust our defense, especially in the half court. We'd be able to come up with some stops and just get out and go the other way with it. And that happened. We took away their easy and forced them to play against our half court defense a little bit more.
Coach, Andy inside and how active he was, especially when you ball on the offensive side.
Yes, I got Coach Egan sitting behind me, and I think he says it every game, the whole game, put LeBron in the middle of the floor, put LeBron in the middle of the floor, and open that thing up, open that thing up. It's like a broken record, and that's all we did. We put Bron in the middle of the floor and let Andy and Bron play pick and roll, and Bron's 6'8.5" or whatever he is, and he's a willing passer, and he found Andy rolling to the hoop a couple of times. And they're going to pay so much attention to him. They're going to pay a ton of attention to Z outside the three-point line and Gib and Delonte and whoever else is out there that, he was able to get a couple tip-ins or putbacks right around the basket. So his activity, his size has always been a bonus for us, especially when he's able to play with guys like Z and Shaq on the floor.
Like, how pleased are you with the way this team has evolved in the last 12 months?
I said this before. I thought that the guys that we brought in here have given us versatility, and we've had a nucleus of a couple of guys here for a few years that have a good understanding of what we're trying to do, and it starts with us on the defense end of the floor. Guys that we brought in have bought into that. So if we have that physical presence, which we had tonight, and we've had most nights this year, we're going to give ourselves a great chance because we have plenty of guys that can score. And our guys are starting to understand that. They also have to understand that we don't want to beat ourselves. There's been a couple of games, especially lately, where we had some unforced turnovers, and I thought tonight we did a decent job because the Lakers do a good job defensively also putting pressure on us or getting up into us and forcing teams, not just us, but forcing teams to turn the ball over. But I thought we did a nice job handling their pressure throughout most of the game and not having too many bad turnovers.
Hey, Coach, how did you think your rotation did with Moles? How did you think your rotation was?
We had different guys step up. I thought our bench was good, especially defensively. Obviously we had a big game from Bron, we had a big game from Shaq, and a big game from JJ. So, not one person is going to be able to go out there and do what Mo does for us night in and night out. But we got to kind of do it by committee, and that's what we did tonight. We had it from different guys at different times. And again, when you have that, it's fun to watch.